Learning to be here, part 6 of 7. Morning arrives with the kind of stillness that feels almost fragile. I wake to muted light through the blinds, a soft gray that neither demands nor presses. The air in my apartment carries a faint warmth from the radiator and the lingering scent of tea from the night before. I lie for a moment, letting the quiet anchor me, then move deliberately to the kitchen. The chipped blue mug waits for coffee, its familiar imperfections like old friends. I measure ground slowly, pouring hot water in a careful stream, watching the bloom rise and dissipate, bubbles tracing patterns that vanish before I can fully grasp them. Breakfast is minimal, toast and fruit. I eat without rushing, tasting the bread, noticing the texture of the apple, listening to distant tram sounds through the window. The city begins its hum, but I am distinct from it today, observing rather than merging into its rush. I write in my notebook. Stillness is deliberate, presence is a choice. Mornings can be stitches holding together fragments. The words seem accurate but insufficient, as if they are a map pointing toward something not yet fully visible. At work, Marta notices my slowed pace. "You've held this calm all week," she remarks, eyes curious. I shrug, but beneath the gesture is recognition that attention is transforming habitual responses. Small miscommunications arise in emails, minor conflicts over scheduling, but I navigate them with measured words, pauses, and intentional listening. The tension that would have once built into anxiety now resolves quietly in deliberate reflection. Lunch finds me outside, the streets damp with recent rain. I walk deliberately, umbrella angled to catch the drizzle without forcing awkward angles. The city moves around me, pedestrians and cyclists negotiating puddles, umbrellas, and each other's paths. I pause to notice a flower stall, the colors vivid against the gray backdrop. I purchase a single violet, placing it carefully in my bag, aware that small gestures of attention reinforce the habit of noticing life beyond obligations. Afternoon unfolds with challenges that would have previously triggered impatience. A client calls with urgent demands, deadlines shift, and minor crises unfold. I breathe, respond, and allow space for errors, recognizing that immediate resolution is not the only valid response. Marta watches this new approach, her presence a silent reinforcement. Our interactions carry subtle shifts, longer pauses, more considered words, and the quiet humor that has always lingered beneath the surface, but was often overshadowed by speed. By evening, fatigue has arrived, but it is tempered by the satisfaction of deliberate action. I return home, carrying groceries and the violet, noting the weight of each item, the texture, smell, and small imperfections. I prepare dinner slowly, tasting as I cook, savoring textures and aromas. Even the chopping, stirring, and seasoning become acts of presence, exercises in attention and intention. After cleaning, I walk briefly, noticing the way streetlights shimmer on wet asphalt, the soft sound of distant traffic, the muted laughter of children returning from school. The ordinary moments feel unusually intimate, as if the city itself is breathing alongside me. I pause to watch a dog shaking water from its coat, the motion precise and unself-conscious. The observation reminds me of the freedom and small acts performed fully and without hurry. Back in my apartment, I place the violet in a glass on the counter beside the notebook and blue mug. I write, "Attention sustained makes ordinary moments sacred. Patience practiced makes presence possible." The words are humble, yet they carry a resonance that echoes the week's shifts. I feel a tentative satisfaction in my ability to inhabit moments without pressing them into performance. The evening continues with a call to Clara. We speak softly, her voice carrying both exhaustion and warmth. Elias chimes in intermittently, and I let the conversation linger, unhurried. I notice the details, her pauses, his inflections, the way background sounds frame their interactions. I resist the old urge to fill silence with solutions, instead allowing listening itself to be enough. Night arrives with the city quieting around me. I brew tea, noting the steam curling upward, the aroma mingling with the faint scent of flowers and dinner. I sit at the table by the window, pen in hand, reflecting on the week. Small reconciliations have occurred, minor adjustments with colleagues, moments of attentiveness to family, gestures of self-care. Each one reinforces a nascent rhythm that feels stitched together, coherent, and attainable. Before bed, I wash dishes slowly, enjoying the tactile rhythm, the warm water, the friction of scrubbing. I dry and stack with care, the mundane act transformed into ritual. I write once more. Gentle endings are practiced, not arrived at. Attention is thread, care is stitch, life is cloth. The words satisfy me in their simplicity and their truth. Lying down, I allow thoughts to drift without grasping them. The city hums faintly beyond the walls, a companion to my heartbeat. The violet sits nearby, a witness to attention and care. I feel small yet anchored, aware of both the fragility and resilience of these moments. Sleep arrives with ease, carrying the quiet assurance that attention sustained, care deliberate, and presence constant are the foundation for the gentler ending I have been learning to write.